Sorry, guys. And that's what happens when you're kind of out and you're not doing your thing. So, anyways, we were talking about buying products overseas, and so we were talking about buying the products overseas, and um, if you who was talking? I think it was Steve that was talking about that. Can you kind
Yes.
of say it again so we can catch up on the right procedure and how we go about doing that?
Yeah, if you find that you need, say you decided on your product and now you're to the point that you want to get a sample uh, from your supplier, well, you have a decision to make because a lot of times sending one or two products to you, not only is it time consuming coming from China, but there's a cost involved in the shipping plus your product cost. And it's better to just go on Amazon, search out a competitor that's selling the same exact product as you, and buy it from the competitor, and you'll have it in a day or two in your hand. But after that, you can change, as Terry was saying, the cosmetics of the product. You can put your own brand on it, whatever, but the product will still be the same product. It's just that you're changing it to your brand. So the easy way out, the quickest way out, and usually the cheapest way out, is to buy it from Amazon through a competitor.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's the same product. If it is the same product and you're just changing the name on it, then you're going to be private labeling it. Why not see what your competitor is selling? Why not see if it's close to what you have? That way you can determine whether you can make some changes and what type of changes there are and what have you. See, there's a lot of things that we're gonna be teaching you through this step-by-step course where we're gonna basically show you guys what we're doing with this particular product, how we're brand registering it, how we're doing a lot of other things with this particular product when it comes to marketing this product. If we're marketing it on Amazon, if we're marketing on Facebook, if we're marketing anywhere else, an outside source also, whether we are doing trademark, we are going to be doing trademark on this particular product and brand registry, and we're going to show you guys exactly how we do that, how we were able to get the name, how we were able to trademark that particular product, and go from there. So there's a lot of steps that you guys need to do. And I think that's very important for us to sit there and say, this is how Steve's going to do it. This is how Terry's going to do it. And this is how we're going to be able to get this product and sell it constantly over and over and over again. I talked about this last night in my other videos, and we were talking about a product that sells and a product that is going to make you money every single week. So one of the is you have to pick a product that people are going to need. And so once that happens, then the sales start to move. And once those sales start to move, then you're going to see your BSR ranking go down closer to, hopefully the 20 and below. So if it's 20 and below, then what's going to happen is that's going to be on the first page. Product is going to be easier to sell. You won't have to push it with Amazon campaigns as much. And then here comes the reviews, here comes the feedback, here comes all that. So those are the steps that we're going to kind of show you when we do get that. So right now we have the product that is being made, and so when that product gets here, are you sending
right now, Henry? What Steve and I are working on is right to work, and what I need to learn to go to the next step. And if any of the other members are out there in the same position I'm at, that they're coming in at a good time, because right now we're going to figure out how to get the items to us, make a listing for it, advertising, and it's a very important step. It's just as important as learning how to do product research and getting the right product.
And right. I think amongst ourselves, I think that we kind of agree that we're going to have the products shipped from China directly to us first. then we're going to keep some of the product, and we're going to hopefully be able to sell it fulfilled by merchant. And we're also going to send a large majority of the product into Amazon for fulfilled by Amazon. So basically, we want to try both ways.
Yes.
If the product is small and light enough, we're going to be able to compare margins, and that's part of our analysis that we talk about as a part of our teaching that Henry has taught us. That obviously we're trying to make money on this product, and we're going to have the teachings through the course, and we're going to try to do it both ways.
Okay, perfect. So, so the future videos that we're actually doing right now, we're at that step to where we are creating the listings and all that. Now, why didn't you guys buy the product after you created the listing? Now, why did you look at the product first?
Oh, no, you can find that out the hard way. But the short answer is you could very easily buy the product, pay for the product, get the product, only to find out that you can't list it. You can't sell the product. You might not be ungated in that category. Now you have to find that out first. And make sure you do that, because that's an important step in the process. It can cost you a whole lot of money. You have to make the listing, and even if the listing isn't completed completely as far as maximizing, you at least want to try the listing to see if you are approved and that listing is posted. And then you add your inventory to it. But that's how you find out. Otherwise, you wasted your time and your money.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where a lot of people kind of get in trouble. They get in trouble because they go out there and they start buying all this product, and then they create the listing, and then they find out that, oh, they're not, that particular category is gated and they can't sell that particular product. So they panic. They try to figure out, oh, well, what do I do? And then here comes the phone, people calling and saying, hey, I'm in trouble. I did this and I did that. And they didn't follow the steps that they should be doing in order to make sure that they can sell this product, for one, and for two, make sure that they're open in that particular category, and whether they can go out there and do merchant fulfilled with this product, and they can go out there and do fulfilled by Amazon. So, all right.
Well, it's not only that, Henry, too. Even if you're not, even if you're not cleared to sell this particular item, you may be infringing on somebody's. If they've got a trademark on it that
copyright
your product has, that could be a big no-no as well, and you've got to look into that as well.
Okay, so I do have a few questions. They are coming in for you guys, and I will read that for you. And that I want to talk about piggybacking also. That is a huge thing that people get confused. Now, in my teachings, what I tell people, and this is just the basics, okay, is when you have a product and you are selling a product, if you are private labeling, it is important for you not to piggyback off of somebody's listing, because it is a private label product. When you piggyback off somebody's listing, and people who don't know what piggybacking means, is basically what you're doing is when you go and say you search for a particular product, and right there on the right hand side it says have one to sell on Amazon, and you click on it and it goes to their listing. And so all you do basically is you put in the quantity, you put in the dollar figure, and you put in, see if it's new, and then that's it. You go ahead and click on that, say I want to sell 2 of these, and then you're selling them. But if you go out there and piggyback, and then you say I have 500 to sell, and then you start selling more than these guys do, here comes the infringements complaints. Here comes the
cease and desist.
Cease and desist, intellectual complaints. That's where you, as a new seller, can get in trouble and kind of, get your account shut down. Now, I always say, look, if you are going to piggyback off of somebody, piggyback with just a few items. I'm talking 2, 3 items just to get rid of them. But if you're going to be doing private label and you're going to go out there and try to sell 100 units, 200, you need to take the course where it shows you step by step what we're doing, and then you're doing it the correct way. And if you don't do it the correct way, then you can find yourself having a lot of red flags in the back office. So,
hey, Henry, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Piggybacking. What if you got, just say, like you said, you just got a couple of products and you want to send in just to get rid of them and sell them, but you don't advertise for that product, right? It's not going to sell, right? You still need to do a pay-per-click for it, but it's not if you only got 2 or 3 products.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. You see, piggybacking, you want to see, and what I teach you in the course itself is you're looking for somebody who has lots of reviews. So that's the advertisement right there. Is your advertisement basically is going out there and finding somebody who has 1,000 reviews on that one particular product. It makes it a lot easier for you to sell that product, especially if you undercut them, and it will sell. And you don't have to do any advertising whatsoever, because when you're piggybacking, you are piggybacking off that particular person who's got 1,000 reviews, got a lot of great feedback. And so when you do that, the sales start to come in. So there's certain things that you have to do in order to make sure that you're piggybacking off the right person in order for your product to sell. Is that
I just like to add also, the price of the course could be far less than the mistake that you could make by not doing this properly. I can attest to that.
Well, I get a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of people who have paid $3,000, $4,000, $7,000 for courses out there, and really, when they come to mine and they take a look at it, I give a lot more information. So I'm able to give that information, and once they get that, they're satisfied with it. And the fact that they can call me is a big plus, so.
No, what I mean is what I'm trying to explain, I guess, explain it better. If let's say your course is $800, and if you made the mistake of buying your product only to find out that you infringed on a patent, a cease and desist, or you can't list the product, that could very well cost you more than the $800.
Oh, I got you.
Of course.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You can learn the hard way.
Yeah, that is true. All right, so let's get to some of these questions. Some of these guys want to ask you some questions, so we're going to kind of go from there. Let's start. Eduardo says, hi, Henry, Steve, and Terry. Revitel says hello. Pinero's checking back in. Amber, that's a great idea. How many units did you all buy? So Amber wants to know, how many units did you buy to start out with? So we went ahead and we bought 500 units to start out with, because we are going to test that particular product. So we started out with 500 units on one, and then I think we started out with 1,000 units on another. So we have 2 products that we're going to be pushing out there, and those 2 products are going to be complementing each other. So
that's a good question.
Yeah. Ms. Vega says, hey, Panera Rider, did the gentleman have any hesitation or nervousness before starting private label while trying to achieve financial freedom?
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah, because private labeling it's going to cost you but it's going to cost you some funds, and hopefully you got a few bucks put away so you can get started. But even if you started any kind of business is going to cost money. So there's always risk involved, but that's why you got to find a mentor, which I'm so thankful. Like I found Henry and Steve, and it kind of minimizes that risk, and you got a support system. So the odds are turned back into your favor at that point.
Yeah, I'd just like to say if you tried to if you did it on your own, the best way I could describe it, it would be it's like as if you were playing cards and you were trying to draw an inside street. The odds are it can happen, but you wouldn't bet much money on it, would you? So versus if you were to just an outside street, the odds are twice as good that you're going to get to the right point. So it's kind of comparing it to that. If you do it without the knowledge that Henry teaches you in his course, it's like rowing uphill. It's an investment. I mean, no matter what career path you chose, or maybe this is your career path, you need an education to do it. You need a mentor, someone that, people invest an awful lot of money in a college education. I'm not saying this is the same thing, but if this is what you choose to do, by God, spend some money on the education part of it first. Get some knowledge. Otherwise, you can't do it. You're rowing uphill. It's not worth it to try it on your own.
No, it's not. And in fact, it's going to cost you a lot more money. That's what a lot of people realize after the fact. I have people call me all the time, and they sit there and say, well, I've been watching you for a whole year, and now I'm finally deciding to jump on in. And I sit there and I tell them, well, why did it take you a whole year? Because if you could have started out, you would have been much more further ahead and been in the position to where you were making money instead of trying to figure out how to make money. And so, and that's just it. There's so many programs out there that are misleading, and they go out there and they push. There's one particular program that keeps sending me emails, and they're saying, you want to sell on Amazon? We'll teach you how to sell on Shopify. And I'm sitting there going, really? And it's like they're sending people their Amazon business, but yet they're trying to teach them to shop on or to sell on Shopify. And to me, that's a complete waste of time, because think about it. You go to an outside source. Amazon is not going to give you the love. They're going to say, hey, wait a minute. You're paying for a website to send people to. You're promoting that particular website through Shopify, so they're getting all the funds. And so what about us? We have a pay-per-click program. We have our own platform where we have millions and millions of sellers. And those millions and millions of sellers have their wallets wide open. And so I always tell people, why would you go somewhere else when you have the traffic on Amazon already?
Exactly. The traffic's already there. The growth is there. The opportunities are there. And again, knowledge is power. The more you know, the easier this is, and the easier it is to move forward. And like anything, the more you know, the more you can help others and help yourself.
So how are we doing on sales as far as some of the one of the products that we recommended?
Well, mine personally, I had quite a few sales yesterday. I think I had at least 10, 12 units that sold yesterday. So,
and yours is a brand new account.
And mine's a brand new account. Yeah. And
okay.
The thing to do is you want to make sure that your inventory is full. It doesn't get low, because that will affect your return on your income. And so you want to keep your inventory full, stay on top of it. But yeah, I did quite a few sales yesterday, and it's doing great.
So how long has it been since you started that particular product, and what was the total sales that you've done so far?
I guess generically I could say it's been maybe a little over, but it started out real slow because I think I talked about it in the last video. I made some beginner mistakes and I'm trying to correct them, but I think I've got almost 200 total unit sales.
No, I'm talking dollar figure. How much dollar figure? What's the dollar figure on your, you know, did you make 500 bucks?
It says over the last 30, 45 days, I've generated over $2,000 in the last 30 days.
In the last 30 days.
It's probably a little more than that because, you know, they hold back a little bit and your numbers don't come in right away. So give or take about $2,500 or so in the last 30 days.
That's actually really, really good. 2,500 bucks for you not doing a whole lot, and kind of explain. Yours is a new account, so let's explain to YouTube out there. Do they give you everything? Do they give you the sales right away? Does it take time? What did you have to do? I mean, did they give you the whole pie, like I tell people?
Oh no, it's a learning process. You got to jump in, learn about your product, learn how it sells, and you're gonna make a few mistakes and correct the mistakes, and you'll start making money. And that's what Amazon's all about. A couple of products like I have, like the one I have, 2 or 3 products like that, and you can make some pretty good money. And you know, try to have the life that everybody's wanting to have.
Now,
you know, with a few nice products.
Now, here's the magic question.
Okay.
How many reviews did you have, and how many feedbacks did you have in your account before you made the $2,000 or $2,500 in sales?
How many reviews do I have? Well, as a new seller, you always zero sales, 0 reviews, 0 feedback.
So you have 0 sales. I mean 0 reviews, and you have 0 feedback.
Yes, sir.
And you're still selling products.
Yes, and I know once my product starts expanding, and I learn more of how the campaign and pay-per-click works, and you know, it's just going to increase. The reviews will come, and then the income will go up.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
and that's
I have no reviews and no feedback.
That's my whole point. My whole point is, even with somebody who has no reviews, no feedback, is still able to make sales. And so that's pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome that you are making, you know, 2,500 bucks, and really $2,500 can help and go a long way, especially if you know, didn't have an income before. Now we're going to talk to Steve, and we're going to see how Steve is doing, and I'm sure his is a different type of account, where his is a little bit more seasoned, and he's been selling for a little bit more. So we'll talk to Steve and kind of go from there and see how Steve's doing.
Okay, to chime into what Terry was saying, I guess starting out like most people, I just tried to set a goal. And believe it or not, my goal doing retail arbitrage at the time was, I just wanted to make like $100 a month. I mean, I enjoyed doing this, and I just looked at it as like almost like a hobby. I said, hey, if it pays for a couple rounds of golf, I mean, that's fine with me. But then, you know, I said, once you kind of get a taste of it, you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, you know, I could expand on this a little bit more, and but it's going to take some more work on my part, and it's going to take some more time. And how do I want to structure this? Retail arbitrage, the model I found to be not maintainable, because you don't control what inventory is you're buying from to sell your product. You have no control over it. So the best way to go is private label. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm going to go private label, I, like most people, I flirted around just watching people on YouTube do it, and you pick up little bits and pieces of information here and there, but you never get all the correct information. During that time, I tested the waters, made some mistakes, made some sales too. And then I increased my goal and said, well, hell, I can make a car payment with this. Let me try to make enough money to pay for my car every month. And that was my next goal. And I said, well, okay, I did that. But as I said earlier, I was using mostly the retail arbitrage model, and that's not sustainable. That just leads to more work. So I want to go the private label route, and that's when I started really educating myself of a course. And I took Henry's course, and it just opened my eyes. I mean, my product also, my sales have increased ever since I started doing it. I have more reviews and more time in than Terry does. But like I just got to check a notice yesterday. I think my total was $1,385 for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, that's eye-opening. I'm saying to myself, well, gee, you know, I've never done these numbers before.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Well, why is because I never used the practices that I was taught before.
Right. And that was just basically because we gave you a product that sells every single day. And
yes. And I plan on doing this every 2 weeks now. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
And I've never opened my eyes to realize that you can do that. And by the way, that is sustainable. The biggest problem you can ever have is running out of inventory.
That is the death of a seller's account.
I can attest to it.
Once you have that product and that product starts to move, you better make sure that you're able to have that product constantly in Amazon, especially if you send it into Amazon. And there's a lot of flags that let you know that your product is starting to run low. You're starting to, it tells you how much product you're selling, when you're going to sell out. That's all in your back office. That's all in the Seller Central. And they kind of give you an idea. But at the same time, I always tell my members, look, if you have a product and that product you're doing 5 units a day, 10 units a day, expect it to do, on some days 20 units or 25 units a day.
Exactly.
And as soon as that happens, well, then Pandora's box opens up, and now the phone in your supplier and going, I need more. And he's saying, well, wait a minute, I can get it to you in 3 weeks. Well, you better make sure that you have that.
It's gone by then, but it's going to take that much more to get your momentum back and then proceed that and take up, start up where you left off.
And then you just watch your numbers drop. You watch your BSR go up, and you're like, oh my God, I'll never do that again.
Right.
And that's part of the learning process.
That's
I learned the hard way. Yes.
Yeah, that's where
you're laughing, but it wasn't fun.
I'm laughing because Steve says Steve went on vacation, and then when he came back, he says, I'll never go on vacation again.
Right. You can quit. Yeah, that's a quote. That's how I feel, because this is a vacation. My whole attitude is it's almost like I can't wait to turn my computer on in the morning and see what I sold overnight.
Right.
I have to ship these products out in most cases. Or I sold half a dozen FBA. I actually look forward to doing this now. It's exciting.
Nice.
It is. I wake up in the morning. I can't wait to turn the computer on, check and see what my numbers are, see what I can do to move things around, check my inventory. It's just fun to be involved in. It's really a lot of fun.
And here's the nice thing is you guys even you haven't even got your main product yet. And wait till you get your main product and wait till that starts to move. And then now you have 2 products in there. Then now you're going to start making money. See where this all goes. And so when you have the correct information, that is huge. And that's where you at YouTube, you guys have to figure out, what am I going to do? Am I going to just sit here and listen to these guys? Or am I going to make that move? Am I going to go out there, take the course? Am I going to learn what these guys are learning, and so forth? So with that being said, you know, we have other videos that we have to do this week. And we're going to be getting down and start doing these videos. I'm going to start posting them in my Amazon A to Z course, and my Amazon A to Z members will be able to follow along with Steve and Terry, and they'll be able to see what they're doing, how they create their listings, how they create their images, how they create their descriptions, how they create your title, your bullet points, how they do the search terms, how they look for keywords. There's so much things that these guys are going to be doing on video, except, you know, and that's nice. I'm pretty excited about it because it's usually me that's sitting here explaining how to do this. Well, I'm going to be doing this with Steve and Terry, so you guys can see from their eyes how exciting for them to say, okay, now I got this listing, now the product's coming in, now I'm going to do brand registry, or I'm going to create my own website for brand registry, or I'm going to go and you know, have trademark and get product trademark. Do I want an LLC? How do I go about getting a corporation? Do I need a lot of stuff? See, those are the videos that you're going to be able to follow step by step by step. So instead of you searching on YouTube on how to do how to find a trademark, or how to find if the product or your name is trademark, it's very easy to do, and this is where we're going to kind of show you. So those are going to be the step-by-step videos. All right, so let's get to some of these questions. Kind of been neglecting this. So Amber says, I called Amazon and asked first to make sure can sell in a category before ordering. Yes, you can do that. You can also go into your back office, and then you can go under search and type in open categories, and that will give you a list of all the categories that are open, and so you'll be able to sell as a new seller. Good way of doing it also is just like, went out there and called customer service herself and asked, and they'll look into her account and tell her what she's gated and ungated for, and that's a good and easy way to do that. Actually, I kind of encourage that way because you're getting it directly from Amazon itself. All right. Ms. Vega says, I have a question. If you get a bad review, and have some hijack listing, does Amazon shut you down? Look, no, everybody gets bad reviews. As a matter of fact, you can contest the bad reviews. And so I'm going to be making another video with Steve and Terry on how to get rid of a bad review. Also, I do have that. I believe I have that in my course already. How to get rid of, how to get rid of a bad review. And so you can follow that or take a look at that, and that should be able to help you out as far as how to get rid of a bad review. And Amazon most likely will not shut you down. Look, you guys gotta have to do stuff pretty bad in order for Amazon to sit there and shut you down. But other than that, you know, play by the rules. That's what you need to do. Just play by the rules. You should be okay. If you get into a little bit of trouble, give me a call. Phone number is right up on top. 626-225-3002. And all right, so sorry about that, guys. Can you still make good money even on page 2 or the third page? Yes, you can. Listen, not everybody is going to be on the first page. Okay. I can tell you right now that Steve and Terry's product is not on the first page, and yet they're still making sales. So there's ways to get those sales. And like I said, take a look at my course. They're in my course on how to make those sales. And if you just follow it step by step, you should be able to get that done. All right. Ms. Vega says you definitely need a mentor. I agree, especially when you're doing it too. That's the best way. Yes, absolutely. You always want to run to somebody. Look, I mean, it's just like this. You get stuck with a question, and I have few members that are overseas that I'm still trying to get in touch with, that I still have to, answer their questions. They send me emails. I've been running around. I've been doing a lot of stuff, but I try to catch up with everybody at the same time, and I will eventually. But that's where, you have to find somebody that's able to answer those questions. And believe me, I get tons of emails and I get lots of phone calls.
I bet. How do you handle all those by yourself, Henry? That must eat up a good part of your day, right? Or a couple hours a day?
1 minute at a time. Literally get on the phone and I start calling people and I say, hey, yeah, what can I do for you? What have you? Well, I was looking at signing up for your course. I just have a few questions. Sure. What can I do for you? And I'll answer it and I get off as quickly as possible. And usually when I get off the phone, well, there's the sale. Somebody's coming in, So to me, it's satisfying for me to sit there and answer that question before they even decide to do anything. And that's the nice thing is they have access to me. And I always try to have access. I constantly am getting busier and busier and busier. So for me, it's getting harder and harder, but I am getting help. And so,
That was one of the key.
Go ahead, Steve.
I took a competitor's course before, and it wouldn't be fair if I mentioned the name.
Okay,
don't. It was a lot more money than Henry's, and I don't want to badmouth the course, but I will say that if I ever had a question, they had a Facebook group too, and I got a lot of the questions answered there. But there's a time lag involved there too, and there's also a situation that you don't always get the question answered from a mentor. You get the question answered by another student of the course that, back and forth on a website. That doesn't work all the time. I can honestly say that I don't know anybody else that you can call up that's selling a course that you can actually call on the phone and talk to the actual person. And once I was able to talk to Henry and talk through some of my problems, I ended up purchasing his course also. And that was it. Once I purchased his, the course answered most of my questions, but he was reachable. And that is so different than anybody out there peddling their course, because that's all they're doing. They're making income from selling the course. They're not making income doing this on Amazon anymore.
Right.
They're selling courses. That's all they do. They have marketing teams selling their course.
No.
Henry, he's reachable.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll give you a good example. I had somebody message me this morning on Instant Messenger, and they said, interested in selling on Amazon. So I replied back. I said, how serious are you? Very serious. And I said, good, call me. They called me. And I found out that it was somebody in Pakistan that was trying to sell products to me. And I'm like, look, I'm not interested in your products. The products that you are selling work here in the U.S. But that's the desperation that people are going to try to make money. And you sit there and you go, look, I've been making money for a long time. And I'm telling you, this is how I do. I've been in a lot of businesses. And I'm going to tell you, 90% of the businesses that I've been in have failed. Not because of me, but because how the system is set up. Now, Amazon, I got onto Amazon after I was doing, eBay. And I was very good at eBay, and I was great selling on eBay. So when I jumped onto Amazon, and like I said yesterday, I did 10 times more in sales. Well, that's a no-brainer, guys. If you're doing 10 times more in sales on Amazon, you're going to go to where the sales are. And that's where I continued. I pounded, and I pounded, and I made sure that these products were in there, pushed it. And I was doing a lot of money even back then. And now I'm doing even more. And so, I've been stuck here in a hotel room for almost 2 weeks now, and doing stuff and running around, and I still maintain my business. I still do my merchant business out of my room here. So I bring everything with me: my computer, my printer, all my envelopes, and I mean, literally, I have all my stuff right here, and so I'm out here doing my thing, sending products out. I sent out almost 35 units yesterday, just merchant fulfilled, and that was only on a few products that I had listed. Everything else is Amazon's FBA program. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's, anybody can do this business. It's just a matter of saying, okay, I'm going to take this step. I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to do it. It's like a person who says, well, I always wanted to jump off an airplane, but I've always been afraid to do it. But then when they finally do it, they're so exhilarated and excited, and that they did do it, that's something that's always going to be in their memory. It's always going to be sitting there and going, oh, okay, I've done this. I can say nobody else has done it because they've been afraid or what have you. It's just conquering your fear. That's all it is. All right, so let's get back into some of these questions. Going on 42 minutes already. We see, let's see here. Ahan says, hey, Henry. Hi, Henry. Hey, what's up there, Ahan? We were just talking about you. As a matter of fact, I did get your email, and I will reply back to you. Ms. Vega says, you definitely need a mentor. Yes, I agree. All right. And Dan Mokaya. Welcome, Dan. Haven't seen you around. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, Henry, can I change my personal Amazon account to an LLC? Does Amazon allow one to change? Yes, they do. You can simply call them, or I think you can just go in there and you can just change it into a business account. Actually, you can open up a business account with Amazon and do it that way, and sell it as business. All right. Because everyone, Ms. Vega says, because everyone is different, it gets distracted too and want their eggs in different baskets. Yep, that is true. Mm-hmm. L. Ross. Hello, L. Ross. Let's see. Nick, what's up there, Nick Lambert? Congratulations on your sales, guys. Nick also says, what do you spend daily on pay-per-click? When you guys want to answer that?
Well, I set depending on the product cost, obviously, but I set my pay-per-click at $20 to $30 a day. I got to say that I can count on one hand the times that it ever reached it. That's just the limit that you put on it. I mean, I have a couple of, when I go down my list of the product, I have one in particular. I think I spent $6 and some cents pay per click, and I had $247 in sales.
And that's pretty good. So what is your your ACOS?
I think it's less than 10.
Wow.
It's fantastic. On that, but there again, that was just a color variation thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That one particular product. See, you want to keep your ad cost of sales down less than 50%. Yes. And the lower the number, the better it's going to be. So if you have that, at that percentage, that's pretty awesome. That's great. That's hard to do. So
yeah, good.
Was that an automatic campaign or a manual campaign?
No, that's an automatic campaign.
Okay, good. So it was working out for you.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, that's a good question. Good question. Nick, let me see. Amber says that's great. Alicia Hernandez. Hello, Henry. One of your products is up. Are your willing members to sell the same item? Are they going to get approved from you to sell the same product? Thanks. Alicia, look, listen. These guys right here, they can set their own stuff. They can go out there and even recommend the product or buy the product. They create their own listing. So they don't need my permission for anything other than the trademark itself. And that's what we agreed on, is we agreed on, yes, we're going to trademark this product and only us three are going to be able to sell it. So I do give them permission and sit there and say, yes, you can sell this particular product, but it's going to be their own listing. So they'll have their own listing. They'll be able to sell their own products. I have nothing to do with that as far as their money, how they make their money. That money is going directly to them, and you know, they'll be making their own money there. So hopefully that answers your question. L. Ross says, wonderful. Ms. Vega says, why does Amazon selling machine cost so damn much, LOL, than other courses are more reasonable? I don't get it. Listen, I'm not going to go into Amazon selling machine, but I have a lot of people that are coming from other places, such as, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The reason why it costs so much is because they have a team. Their network market. They market, and that's what they do. They pound you with emails. They pound you with you know, YouTube videos, and you have 5 guys on there talking about, you know, buying their most expensive package. I don't do that. I'm a one-man operation. All my sales come to me and me only. That's it. There's nobody else. I do not have a team. It comes to me. I make the money. It's my website. It's my courses. It's my everything is me. My Amazon, you know, account. That's my account. There's a lot of, you know, everything is, to me, I don't like to give up money if I don't have to. So if I'm not going to sit here and pay for a partner or pay for anything else like that, no, I won't do it. So that's why I'm able to sit there and have my courses a little cheaper than anybody else, is because I'm managing it and I'm controlling that money. So when it comes to other people out there, you're going to find out that there's one guy talking up and saying everything, and all these other guys are sitting there asking them the questions and what have you. So that's the difference between me and anybody else, is they have to go and pay these guys, or pay for production, or pay for all this other stuff. And in my case, I don't have to do that. I'm doing it from my hotel room. And I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is, you know. And so, you know, that's why mine is so much cheaper. It's just because I'm able to go ahead and do that and take control of my own costs and my own expenses. Oh man, Steve is getting tired. Steve,
I noticed that.
Okay, Amazon selling machine offers a lot of other tools with their programs. Very expensive. Of course they do. But they're, like I said, they're just marketing. They're going out there and marketing and saying, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. By the time that you get done and everything is said and done, you're spending thousands of dollars, period.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So Ms. Vega, we will not, that's it pretty much for Amazing Selling Machine. So Amber says, so true. Amber, how long? Oh, Amber has a question for Steve. How long have you been selling, Steve?
Let's see. I guess I've been selling on Amazon for, I guess, a little over 2 years. And like you, Henry, I started on eBay first.
Okay.
And actually, it was a phone call to you that opened my eyes to Amazon.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. I was one of those people calling in. And basically, I had questions about Amazon. And you answered my questions and opened my eyes. And
yeah, Honestly, I get a lot of phone calls every day, and I talk to a lot of people. So I try to remember who I talk to, but sometimes I just
Yeah.
I know you've been a member for a long time, Steve, and
Yeah.
you bought quite a few of my courses. So that,
Yes, yeah, that's true. I bought your first courses.
yeah. So I kind of
Yeah.
moved up a little bit since then, and you know, have a lot more people coming in now. So.
And the quality of the courses is much better.
Well, yes, I did. I've changed my course like about 3 times and went to 3 different platforms. I'm finally happy with the one that I have with ClickFunnels. So that one's working out extremely well.
What I love about it is in the A to Z course, it's basically all set up from the very start, like you know nothing at all, and you start from that first video, how to do it, how to set up the account, how to do this, how to do it. It's and what I love about it is the fact you can go back to it.
Yeah.
Keep going back. If you miss something, you go back to the video. It's like, wow, this is great, and then you refer back to it. Once you've learned that, you move to the next, and keep on going, and it's set up perfect.
Yeah, so that's basically what I did is I had the different packages. So I went ahead and had like the $4.95 package, the $2.95 package, then I went to the $4.95, and I structured it to where if you bought the, say, the $4.95 package, you get the $2.95 package with it, and then you start with those videos, and then you work your way down to the $4.95. Now, if you bought the Amazon A to Z course, then you had the $4.95 videos, and then you had the $2.95 videos to run along with it. Plus, you had the monthly products every single month that I give you on top of that. And then have that opportunity to get into the Amazon or to the Facebook group, which is a paid Facebook group. So if you paid for the course, you get in absolutely free on the Facebook group itself. And so,
yeah, I understand it. I've sold some of the monthly products myself.
good.
You know, the ones that you recommend in the course, I didn't go large quantities of it, but yeah.
My interrupting my service. Sorry, guys. All right. So, Ms. Vega, do you do this after winning products? Okay. Do you do this after the winning product, correct? I don't exactly know what that question is. And so forth. Mr. Henry, please make videos how to source products in the USA. It's like with anything, Ahan, you can Google whatever. Here's the thing is you can go out there and buy products in the US. There's no problem doing that. Expect to pay a lot more if you're going to be buying products here in the US, because look, everybody knows here in the US that if a product is selling on Amazon for $14, they're not going to give it to you like overseas can. So they're not going to sit there and sell it to you for like 50 cents. It's almost impossible to find any type of supplier here in the US that is going to be that low. So you plan on expecting to buy a product that's going to cost you anywhere from $4 to 10 to 15 bucks, almost guaranteed, if you're going to buy products here in the US. Do you guys agree with that? Or?
Of course.
Yeah.
You got to include shipping in that as well, depending on the weight of the product. But the heavier it is, the more it costs to ship it out and ship it around to where it needs to go. Yeah.
There's distributors out there, and there's guys out there that do wholesale, but like again, that's how I started out, was wholesale. So I literally had to go out to the wholesaler, buy the pallet, and then pick up the pallet myself. If you're overseas, it's just going to be hard for you to do that. And the simplest way is to and just try to buy products from, you know, Alibaba, AliExpress, and send them in. That is probably going to be cheaper than you trying to figure it out here, unless you have somebody here that can find a product and get it for you and send it in for you and all that. But you have to trust that person. So, all right. Ms. Vega says, can you do merchant fulfillment with your private label brand? And I have FBA as well. I'm confused on that. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Go ahead, Steve.
Absolutely. In fact, that's the way we're going to go with our product that we're just going to we're just starting out with as
Okay, sorry about it. We are back. Go ahead, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve. Start from the beginning, very beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can do it both ways. In fact, our future product that we're going to be launching soon, we are going to do it both ways. And in the past, I've done it both ways. I like it. I personally, the story that Henry is telling about the vacation story, I'll never go on vacation again because I had so many sales fulfilled by merchant that I was fulfilling from my house, as Henry is showing from his hotel room there, per day. And I was building on that, and everything was working great. And then I went on vacation. And geez, it's starting all over again. But what's different this time is when I go on vacation, I also have products in Amazon inventory to pick up the slack while I'm gone. So it's not like I'll have days with 0 sales. I'll have less sales because I won't have merchant fulfilled, but I'll still have the inventory in Amazon sales.
Right.
Yeah, it's still be making sales every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do. You just duplicate the listing and go out there and you have one that's doing merchant fulfilled and one is doing fulfilled by Amazon. So that's in the course itself where you're able to find that. But yes, you can do, to answer your question is a quick yes. Yes, you can. All right. L. Ross, hit the like button, guys. Yeah, hit that like button up on top. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. Let it give us some love. Appreciate that if we're answering your questions. You know, it was hard for me to get these guys on together, and I'm glad I was able to do a live video with these guys themselves. And
you were two different sides of the country.
That's right. Steve is out in Florida, and Terry is out in Las Vegas, and I am in Los Angeles. So it's you know, trying to coordinate with each other to get all this done. Besides doing our videos and stuff like that, it's I'm glad you guys were able to at least get on for this long and at least talk to these guys and there you go. Ding. So Uzma, hi Henry, I'm really interested to buy your private label course, saving money for this. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Uzma, and thank you for coming on to my YouTube channel. Welcome aboard. First time I'm seeing you here, and welcome to the channel here. They just phones are just blowing up, guys. So yeah, Ahan says I have a brand name for a particular product. In this case, how to check the brand name not used by the others. You know, you can go to places like Trademarkia, and you can check there for free for the brand name, or if you're referring to the brand name on the product in Amazon, then you can simply check with Amazon themselves. You give them a call and ask them if it's brand registry. They should be able to tell you. They do have a list for brand registry, and should be able to help you there. All right. Amber says, Henry, do you do more FBA or more merchant fulfilled? I do more Amazon FBA. I send my products in. There's a few products that I have that I make a lot more money off of by not sending the products into Amazon. And it only makes sense for me to fulfill them myself. And it kind of gives me something to do throughout the morning or what have you. And like Steve and Terry said, it's always nice to wake up in the morning and you've had 12 sales, 15 sales. 30 sales to start off with, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet. So, you know, that's always a good thing. And so these guys are really going to start experience more sales, and especially when they wake up, they're going to get more excited, and then they're going to be sending more products in. And yeah, it's going to happen. Trust me, it is going to happen. All right. Vega says, I see the brand registry trademark. That's what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Brand registry. Yes. The LLC. Okay. How do you set up your account to be like that for FBA or FBM under one account? Or do you have to have two separate accounts? No, everything is through the back office. Everything is through the back office and Seller Central. You should be able to create a listing and create that listing, one to go for Amazon's FBA and one to do merchant fulfilled. That is also in the training. So if you are a member, then take a look at it. It is there. Ahan says people sell their products both with FBA and with merchant fulfilled for the same product. What are the advantages of it? Good question. That the advantages are that if you send the products into Amazon, those products most likely will sell faster than doing merchant fulfilled. And the reason why is because they're in Amazon's warehouse and Amazon makes more money. We were test this product out today. We have products out in Amazon right now, and then we have merchant fulfilled. I'm going to lower the price on this particular product just to see if it sells more than the product is. And in Amazon's FBA program, I'm going to test that particular product just to see if it sells more by me lowering the price. And I want to see if there is a difference on that. So great questions, guys. Great questions. So we are going on an hour already, guys. I appreciate your guys' time. That's pretty much it. I think we're kind of settled in on what we're going to be doing for our future videos, and kind of let you guys know that we're going to be working this week and next week pretty intense, and trying to get all these videos taken care of, downloaded into the Amazon A to Z course at techdaddyvideos.com. And so I appreciate you guys coming on. You know, we're usually not on YouTube in the morning, or afternoon now. But, you know, thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate it. Feel free to hit that notification bell, and I'll let you know when I do come on, guys. I appreciate that. And take a look at what I have to offer at Tech Daddy Videos, and sign up for the free course. I mean, the free course is there also, where you guys can sign up for that. All right. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you guys coming on. And we will try to get on another video soon.
Okay.
All right.
Look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good one.